Hey beautiful earth angels, Elvia Rowe here, founder of AngelsTeach.com, and I am so glad that you are here and that you want to know what your angels have to share right now. What could be more important than that? I have been guided by my angel friends to read 3 different quotes from my new favorite author, Maxwell Maltz, and this book was written in the 60s, so the language is a little dated, but the messages are really powerful. And this book is called The Magic Power of Self-Image Psychology. So what I'm going to do, usually I have you pick number 1, number 2, or number 3 and give you an associated image. This time, what I'm going to do is right now I'm going to go through, and I know the angels have already been chattering about page number 37. So I haven't looked at page number 37. Not sure what's there, but that's going to be option number 1 is page 37. And then option number 2, I'm just flipping through the book. You're saying yes, is page number 79. And I'm not even going to look at what it is yet. So we have 37, 79, and the last page is, they do this with my head. All right. Is page 154. So what page has a message for you right now? Is it page number 37? Is it page number 78? Wait, 79, pardon me. Is it page number 37, 79, or 154? Let your angels just open yourself. Take a deep breath if you need to, and just ask your angels, is it the first one, the second one, or the third one? Is it 37, 79, or 154 that has a message for you? Okay, so for those of you who chose number 37, this is such a powerful message, and one that really, I'm hearing, transcends and really overarches everything that we do and really applies to all of us. And if you chose number 37, obviously a lot of emphasis for you on this one. And here is your quote. In learning to live with yourself, the final key must be the health of your self-image. If you see yourself realistically, giving yourself the respect you deserve, picturing your successes and your loving feelings, keeping faith with yourself in spite of your faults, forgiving yourself for your mistakes, then you have found the secret of living with yourself without fear. What a powerful, powerful message. Forgiving yourself, loving yourself completely, allowing how you view yourself, your self-image, to be perfect, unconditional, always nurturing. Love yourself that way. That's the message for you, regardless of what circumstances may appear, what situations may be around you. You are perfect just as you are. Love yourself, sweet one. That's for you, number 37 people. You page number 79 Earth Angels, here is your quote. To live happily in the present and in the future. Number 1, live each day as fully as you can. Number 2, set goals for each and every day. Don't be afraid if some people think them trivial. If they have real meaning for you, that's all that counts. I have to say, the angels are really like putting me on around that one. Your priorities, your goals are what matter to you, not to other people. Number 3, tell yourself that you have the right to be happy. Don't let people worry you with their negative thinking. Number 4, set aside a number of hours for relaxation every day. Do the things that give you peace of mind and release from the practical problems of living. Number 5, Accept yourself as you are, with your strengths and weaknesses. Don't try to be someone else. Yes. What brilliant, brilliant advice. Live fully, set goals, tell yourself you have the right to be happy, set aside time for relaxation, accept yourself as you are, and make sure that the priorities that you're setting for yourself every day, your goals, is what's important to you, what really nurtures you. And don't get lost in the drama of those around you. Stay grounded in you. All right, you page number 154, people. This is a really interesting and powerful message. It's kind of in the middle of a story that he's sharing about how he was actually a plastic surgeon, and his background, he's no longer living, but his background is that he noticed this real shift in people's personas when their image of themselves changed. And he also noticed that some people who he did plastic surgery on and, really became, in his words, more attractive or prettier, whatever, that surgery didn't help them to feel better about themselves. So he really began to look at what is it that creates our realities, and really the metaphysics of the law of attraction. And so anyway, he came over from Europe and was well trained, and it took him a while to get started here in the US. And this is the story of his startup here. I waited. There were no telephone calls during the morning, none at all. As the afternoon wore on, I ate a leisurely lunch but felt impatient. I began staring at the telephone, hoping to mobilize it into action, but I couldn't force it to ring. Then, toward the end of the day, the phone rang and I dived for it. "How are you doing?" It was my mother. "Okay," I said, my spirits falling. During my first week, there was not a single phone call, except toward the end of the day when my mother called to ask how I was making out. As much as I liked my mother, her voice became more and more an omen of doom. This went on for 3 weeks. My office was quiet as a morgue, and my telephone seemed an unnecessary extravagance, an object that I resented. Slowly, my confidence in myself began to fade, and I felt nervous and worried. For the first time in my life, I knew panic. What was my fear? To make ends meet. I'd have to make at least $500 the first month, including a small check I wanted to send my mother to show her how successful I was. I had no cash reserve to tide me over this 1 month period. So as the 4th week began, I became obsessed with the fear that I would be a failure, that all my years of training would prove a waste of time, energy, and money. In another week, I would have to close my office unless I got a patient. In my mind's eye, I visualized the taunts and reprimands of my mother, my relatives, and my friends, all of whom had advised me to become a general practitioner or to train in a better-known specialty where the future would be more sure. It was my first great crisis. I didn't know what to do. Slumping in my chair, I looked out the window. Across the street, a new building was going up, and I watched a laborer going up to the 4th floor or 5th floor on an elevator carrying bricks. His job looked dangerous, and in those pre-union days, his salary probably was slim. But for a moment, I wished I could junk all my medical training and change places with him, just so that I could feel the security of an assured wage. Grimly, I sat and waited and waited. So he goes on to say that at that point the phone rang, and it was a friend of his, a doctor, who had a patient for him. And as soon as this doctor friend brought over his first patient here in the US, he lost all his fears, and he knew that, he was in his professional zone, and he was doing what he came here to do. So that is a long-winded quote there. The message for you is you're probably caught up in the drama of something not working. You're probably focused on what is not working. And this is a message of faith. And to hold that space in your heart that what you're looking for, what you're working towards is, keep believing on yourself. You know, he was being told to be a general practitioner, and he didn't want to be. He wasn't feeling that was his passion. And his work turned out to be so important, you know, really in such a broad definition of that. And so keep holding on to your dreams, keep going, let go of what things look like, because it's not as you appear, or it's not as it appears. So make sure that you are believing in yourself, keep on moving, because you're doing beautifully. Just have faith. So that is a wrap for our messages from the angels for August 2018. I'm so glad that you joined me here. I am delighted that you are listening to your angels. Please know that I am going to be hosting the first in-person event that I've done in years in Walpole, Massachusetts, Health, Wealth, and Love with the Angels. We are going to be gathering with other like-minded women to really dig into these key topics that I view as being so essential in the healing process, because those areas of health, areas of wealth, areas of love, relationships, information, healing that is begging in any one of those areas are keys to the kingdom. They're keys to our purpose, keys to our passion, keys to alignment with who we are and who we're meant to be, what we're here to do on planet Earth. So I would love it if you feel called to join me. Again, that is in September at She Breathes Studio in Walpole, Massachusetts, September 22nd and 23rd. More on that on my blog. Just hop over to AngelsTeach.com, and wishing you all the best. So much love. Be well.